to the MCDFNL Netball Show. We're back for our July episode of the MCDFNL Netball Show, and it's great to be back on your screens again, talking about all things netball in the MCDFNL. Shaun Kelly's my name in the host's chair. Joining me once again, as she does every month, Kim Bailey, the netball manager here at AFL Goldfields. Kimmy, welcome back to the MCDFNL Netball Show.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Great to be talking MCDFNL Netball again. It's a great season so far.
It's a great season, you're
right.
right.
It's been a busy one. We've got lots going on, and looking forward to that run home to finals.
Yeah, which is just around the corner now, obviously, the split round. Only a couple of weeks away, and here on the Netball Show, we'll come back, I reckon, in about early August. I reckon we might have one in the first week of August, and then we might do a couple during the finals.
Yeah.
We'll do one at the start, the week leading into the finals, and we might do one leading into the preliminary final, and then obviously, grand final week, we'll get the coaches and the captains on as well on the Netball Show. So that will be one notch of fun, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you're sticking around for all of that, because we've got a big show this week as well. We're going to kick it off. Our first talking point this week is some huge milestones within the MCDFNL, starting last weekend out at Natty Bialaba, the 250th game of Sherelle Martin for Natty. Congratulations, Sherelle, a great performance.
Yeah, what a player. Great player for our league, and it's been a great player for Natty for a long time. And it's great that we could celebrate in such a way, and these players who stuck in the league. That's what we love about country footy netball, is that these players play virtually from juniors right up the ranks.
They do.
So, yeah, congratulations. It was a great effort.
Fantastic work by Sherelle, but 250 games does get trumped every so often, and it has been this week, because this coming weekend, when Carisbrook play Avoca, we're going to celebrate the 300th game of truly one of the legends of the MCDFNL netball scenes. She's won the Norda Tracy Trophy a couple of times before. She is, of course, a legend of the Carisbrook Football Netball Club. We speak of Sheridan Byrne, who plays her 300th game this weekend for the Redbacks. Sheridan, from both of us here, and I know from everybody within the MCDFNL, huge congratulations on what is such a fantastic milestone.
300 games. It's amazing, isn't it? It's unbelievable. A couple of facts we've got on Sheridan.
Yep.
She's a three-time Maryborough Castlemaine District Football Netball Best and Fairest Award winner, picking up the award in 2006, 2008 and 2013, and runner-up in 2015.
It was almost a three-way tie last year too, with obviously Naomi Medlin and Jess Parry and Sheridan just behind them.
What a spread though, from 2006 to 2015, an absolute legend.
Just shows how good she is.
Just to keep playing on that asphalt for that long as well. Interleague team 2010, 11 and 12.
Yep.
She started playing with Carisbrook as a 19-year-old in 1998, so don't do the calculations.
I was going to say, just doing the mental calculations here.
Yeah, so sorry.
1 year older than me, so yeah, okay, well, I won't go any further on that.
18th year at the club.
Yep.
Missing only in 2009 and 2011 to have her kids. Bloody kids for interfering with their netball careers.
They do.
And listen to this stat. This is unbelievable. 11-time best and fairest winner. 11. And 5 times runner-up. Only missing out on the season that she didn't play.
So they really need to buy a trophy cabinet for a 300th game present at Carisbrook Footy Club.
And in 2013 was awarded with life membership of Carisbrook. So unbelievable. Just what an absolute legend, and congratulations.
And I think she actually nominated, the press release that came out said that she nominated her favourite club. Just so happens it's the one she's playing against this weekend. Avoca. Yep. Favourite opponents, Avoca pair Stacey Blair and Colleen Drummond, and of course Navarre sharpshooter Jess Parry. So she's seen them all. She's seen them all going around, and congratulations to Sheridan. A fantastic achievement. And I know we don't get biased all that often on the Netball Show, but geez, we hope Carisbrook get over the line for her.
Oh, what a reward that would be,
Yeah,
she's the heart and soul of that netball club, isn't she? So, just amazing. And thanks to Carl and Dan for discussing on all the information.
Fantastic.
Really appreciate it, and hopefully we can get some photos and get them up on Facebook.
I dare say Carleen and Alistair will have some photos. There's absolutely no doubt about that, because they'll be in the Carisbrook Mercury. So,
but these are the sort of things, these milestones, we need to be celebrating.
We love it.
In our league.
Yep, we absolutely love it, and it's great to have Carisbrook and of course Natty Bialaba let us know about their big milestones. Some future milestones though we're looking forward to with our junior interleague players. Talking point number 2 this week is the junior interleague went up against the Central Highlands League on the weekend, Kimmy, and some pretty impressive results as well by the girls.
Yeah, it was very cold and rainy,
As it always is.
As it always is, yeah. But we played the Central Highlands League out at Leonot this last Sunday. And I'm really, really pleased for Vanessa Saunders and the under 13 girls that got the win.
You guilty.
24 to 21. And Vanessa has done some amazing work with these girls. They've continued training right from association champs right down. And they're a great group of girls. And congratulations to Ebony Raven. She was best on court, so great effort.
Oh, fantastic. Well done to Ebony and Vanessa and all of the teams in the under 13s, of course. Under 15s and under 17s in action as well. And whilst the scorelines weren't quite in our favour in those games, still a couple of fantastic games in netball.
Yeah, look, the under 15s team is an absolute rocket ship of a team. And, you know, they did really well association champs and they did really well at interleague, but they just couldn't get over the line and they went down 32 to 20. You know, these things happen. You have a bad game and you pick yourself up the next week and you go again. But I'm sure Kylie Mortlott would be disappointed in that result. But you know, they'll go to the Maryborough tournament this weekend and try to
get the job done.
Yeah, get that job done. I think the 15s might have won it last year, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. And congratulations to Shelby Steele, who's another great little player on her award for best on court for Maryborough.
Well done, Shelby. And then the 17s, just a goal in it on the weekend. A really good job done by our girls.
Yeah, and this is where we said, you know, games can change. At Interleague, this under 17 team had not a very good game, and I don't think Max and Joan will mind me saying that because they were most probably a little bit disappointed. But they've come out and have an absolute cracker against the Central Highlands, who's a really strong league. They put some really strong teams out there. And this went right down to the wire, and they went down by 1 goal, 26 to 25. So disappointing, but it just shows them what they can actually do. And Chantal Wardlord was best on court. So,
well done to Chantal.
Congratulations.
Fantastic effort.
The girls now, there's 4 teams going to the Maryborough tournament this Sunday. We're putting the second under 15 development team in, who is a great team, went to association champs, and I was really impressed by them. TOD'd a lot of girls from that team as well. They're off to the Maryborough tournament to defend some titles, and that's it. We'll get the interleague campaign out the way, but really exciting weekend coming up for the girls.
Great weekend just passed. Great weekend coming up. Our junior interleague stars are absolutely shining on the biggest stages at the moment. Time to fix our attention back onto the A-grade competition though, Kimmy, and we'll talk about it very shortly. That over the last month since we've been here, the ladder's changed a little bit, and there's been some results that we didn't expect. We've seen Trentham have their first loss. We've obviously seen Natty Alba fall down the ladder a little bit, but we got another one on the weekend. As Carisbrook, who have just been absolutely flying this year, had their wings clipped a little bit on the weekend by the Maryborough Rovers.
Yeah, surprising result. I thought that Carisbrook would have a comfortable victory, but you know, didn't go that way. It was a Sunday match, and some other players were available for Maryborough, and they came in, and Ingrid Hopkins came in and had an absolute blinder of a game.
As she does, former Northern Tracy Trophy winner herself.
Yeah, so a great player. Sheridan Byrne, as we said, she was right up there in the action again. You know, percentages were really down for Carisbrook. When you look at Karina Olsen, only shot at 34% and left most of the work to Rebecca Lovett, who shot at 72%, 20 from 28. So most probably makes it really hard compared to the Maryborough.
The shots were about even on the day as well.
Yeah, the Maryborough goals shared the load a bit. Kate McLaughlin, Jackie Featherston, who's been having a really good season as well, and then young Abby Raven come on and maybe struggled a little bit 2 from 7, but the other guys carried the load. But you know, I think their defensive pressure was amazing from what I'm hearing, so they just had a great game, and it really just mixes it up, doesn't it, Shaun?
It does indeed. As we have a look at the ladder, it's on the screen at the moment. You can see Trentham still sitting pretty on top, but it starts to get a bit congested after that, because between Navarra in second and Avoca in 8th, there's only 2 games difference there as well, and a couple of draws in there. Obviously, Lexton moving back up into 4th spot, and the Rovers in 5th with that draw there, just complicating things a little bit.
Yeah.
Natty and Avoca haven't really been down there. And Natty Harcourt and Avoca, they've been 3 of the top 5 sides in the league for the last 3 years. So it's, I suppose in one way, it's good to see that there's changing and there's different teams getting about up there, but also they're going to be very, very dangerous come finals. And as you can see, finals is just about done and dusted because there's a big gap between Avoca in 8th and Newstead in 9th. There's 3 games there, and with only 4 to go, it's going to be very difficult for them to breach those gaps. So our top 8 teams are just about settled. The order, though, far from it.
Yeah, see, Carisbrook has swapped with Navarre. Navarre snuck into second with that shock loss, most pro to Carisbrook. Natty knocked off Navarre a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, they did.
You know, so anyone can beat anyone in that top 8.
Trentham got rolled as well.
Yeah, and it's just unbelievable how it all can change in 1 week.
Certainly can.
Rovers, when you look, their percentages need to be up a little bit. Their shooting power compared to the other 7 needs to increase.
Yep.
Haven't hit the 400 mark, where we've got Trentham. You know, it just shows the strength of their team. 640 goals.
Yeah.
You know, that's amazing, and they've only conceded 295 goals. So they're the things that you need to look at as well when we're considering the strength of teams. But yeah, it'd be a really exciting one home. That could change everywhere. Is probably top spot.
Yeah, and there's a couple of games this week that I reckon might have a bit of a bearing on it, Kimmy, as we turn our attention to round 12 in the MCDFNL this weekend, the A-grade netball ranks. As we mentioned, only 4 games to go after this one, so it's very much starting to get into the business end of the season. We started with that 300th game of Sheridan Burn that we were talking about, as the Redbacks make their way down to Avoca to take on the Bulldogs in what's going to be a pretty good game, because as we said, there's only a couple of games to separate these sides, and these 2 teams, no matter where they are on the ladder, they always give each other a good game.
Yeah, I think Carisbrook will be really disappointed with their loss, and I think they'll come out hard, especially for Sheridan's 300.
I think you're right.
They'll throw everything at Avoca, and I think Avoca might have drawn them on the wrong week, unfortunately.
I think you're right, and funny, obviously, Sheridan naming Colleen Drummond as one of her, obviously, most respected opponents on the weekend. She's probably going to play Colleen's daughter this weekend, Caitlin, of course, who is a fantastic player in the Avoca A-grade competition as well.
Nice.
So it's good to see how that circle turns,
It's
isn't
so
it?
nice to see the respect that the players have for the other clubs around the league as well. So yeah, a great game, but I think Carisbrook, they're going to have a big celebration this weekend.
Yeah, I think Carisbrook to get the job done as well. Campbell's Creek taking on the Maryborough Rovers this weekend, and back to a Saturday game. So you'd imagine the Rovers wouldn't have a couple of players available that played on the weekend, but still, you think they'd still be too strong for Campbell's Creek?
Yeah, I think so. Campbell's Creek have done a really good job.
They have. They've been magnificent.
You've got to reward them for their inclination. So their defence is most probably where they struggle the most, and I can't really see Rovers dropping this one.
No, Rovers for me as well. Denali taking on Navarre at the Ledio Reserve on Saturday afternoon, and Navarre, 4 in a row is what they're aiming for. They're looking pretty good at the moment. They're right in that mix. They're second on the ladder at the moment, and they shouldn't have too many problems accounting for Denali this weekend.
They shouldn't, but they'd be loving this at the moment. They'd be loving not sitting up there as
They
top dogs and thinking, oh, focus is off us. It's on Trentham and Carisbrook at the moment. You know, a lot of players, a lot of clubs and teams sneak under the radar, and this is what they're doing. But we know we can't write them off, and I think they'll have a really, really comfortable victory.
It will be a very interesting game indeed, but I think Navarre will get the job done. Royal Park taking on Talbot at Hedges Oval this weekend, and a couple of teams down the other end of the ladder that will be chomping at the bit for this game, because it gives both of these teams a chance for a win that for most of the season has eluded them.
Yeah, but it has. But again, they've toiled away really well. I think Royal Park have shown some really glimpses of what they can actually do throughout the season. I think they'll get a victory here, and I think they'll go to 16 points.
They will indeed. Royal Park, I'm tipping them as well to get the job done. Really interesting game at Newstead this week. Newstead taking on Natty Bialaba. Newstead just off the pace at the moment, but we know that when they bring their game, they can bring it strong. They need to win this game if they've got any hopes on playing finals, because they're 3 games behind at the moment. They win this, and there's only a 2-game gap between them and Natty, and that can be taken up in the last couple of rounds. But they lose this game, it's sayonara for the Kangaroos.
This is a really important game for Natty to win, because I think Lexington play
Harcourt, which we're going to speak about very shortly.
Yeah, so they really need to win this game, because there's a possibility that they'll go 4 points clear of one of them, or 2 points clear maybe. So it's really, really interesting. They're going to have to win this game, and I think they'll be set for it, and I think they'll win comfortably.
And that's the thing with those teams sitting in 6, 7, 8 that we saw at the moment. They're only 2 points behind the top 4 spot, and we know how important it is to get that top 4 spot. And that draw is going to play all sorts of havoc.
It's going to play havoc. It's great, isn't it?
It's great to see, because we know, as you said, how important it is to get that double chance in the first week of the finals.
Yes, for sure.
And obviously, rather than going into an elimination game, and leads us into the game between Harcourt and Lexington at Stins Dental Reserve this weekend. Harcourt, one of those teams in the mix on that 28 points, and Lexington just half a game ahead of them at the moment. This will be a ripper.
I like Harcourt's young players that they've got in.
They've got a very strong junior netball program.
And they've really stepped it up this year. I'm going for, it's only 2 points, isn't it, separating, but I'm going Harcourt.
No, I was going to say, I'm probably going to go the same way as you as well, because Harcourt at home are a completely different beast, and they really play their courts well. You're right about their young guns, and they've just got guns on every line. Harcourt, they've always been strong in netball. Lexington no slouches either. They are a very good side, and they could quite easily win this game, but just something in my waters tells me Harcourt for this one.
Me too.
Then on Sunday netball again in the MCDFNL this weekend, and it's Malden taking on Trentham at the Bill Woodfull Recreation Reserve. Trentham taking on all comers this year, and 90% of the time they've won and won well. I've got a feeling against a Malden side that have underachieved a bit this year and are sitting outside of finals contention at the moment, that the Saints might come our way with a pretty big win here.
Yeah, they'll want to protect that top position as much as they can. I think Stacey Parks' inclusion back into that team, I think we mentioned that last time, has been a big plus for them.
And Casey Kidd coming in mid-season as well has been huge for them.
Yeah, Casey Kidd played for Romsey, I think, in the ADFL too. And I've watched Casey over the years. It is a really good inclusion for her. She has so much strength into the circle. And it's been most probably not a blessing in disguise, but a good replacement for the injury they sustained to their other tutor, which just her name just escapes me, unfortunately.
I know who you mean as well.
So Jane O'Donoghue.
That's her.
I think it is, sorry, that's incorrect. But yeah, I think it's been a really good replacement. They haven't lost a hell of a lot, because when I saw that, I thought, she's been playing so well, Jane has.
It was leading into Italy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there was that natty Trentham game, and we had all the injuries. But I think Casey's been fantastic for them, and I think Trentham will want to really put their stamp on that first position and win.
Yeah, Trentham for mine as well. That's all the time we've got on the netball show this week, ladies and gentlemen. As we said before, we'll be back early in August with, I suppose, a rundown to see exactly how things are looking going into the finals and what clubs need to do to get themselves a final spot. And then we'll be here pretty much all throughout the final series with our netball show to keep you up to date with everything happening in the netball ranks in the Maryborough-Castlemaine District Football and Netball League. Kim, thanks for joining us once again.
It's great to be back, and good luck to Sheridan on the weekend. We're really excited for you.
Yeah, we are indeed. And once again, congratulations to Sherelle Martin for 250 games with Natty Bialba last weekend, and to Sheridan Byrne for a 300th game with Carisbrook this weekend. We'll leave you on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Until next month, enjoy your netball in the MCDFNL.